Hey everyone, my name is Rock, and welcome to the top 10 new remixes in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Has always been known for its innovative fighting and all-star cast. It's Nintendo's primary system seller, and Ultimate is no exception. Ultimate brings so much together from the entire series. With over 100 stages and 800 songs, it is almost suffocating how much content there is. Within that list of songs are 108 rearrangements of the series' tunes to help create an engaging fighting environment. It's sort of like if you go to a rave, you wouldn't want to listen to Beethoven, but throw in some wacky synth and suddenly you're home because you have no memory of what happened the night before. Anyway, I decided to go through and list the songs in order of what I find to be the best of the best. Smashing. Oh, before I start, please note that A, this is my opinion. Everyone tends to have their bias as to what they look for in musical pleasure, and believe me, I have biases. And B, if your favorite song didn't make the list, I found so many of these songs amazing, even up to number 70 or 80 or so it's hard for me to come up with just 10. But please, let me know what your favorite Smash remixes from Ultimate are, because I would be so happy to know what other people's favorite songs are. Number 10, Cass's Theme. Cass's Theme remix was arranged by Yoko Shimomura, who is known for arranging and composing songs for games such as Kingdom Hearts and Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Cass's theme starts out slow before turning into a spicy accordion-driven track and does not let up from that energy at all. When this song comes on, I feel like I should be doing something like fencing or tangoing, or both. Anyway, while this song isn't too different from its original arrangement, I really do enjoy what Shimomura did with the strings. They add such a full-bodied flavor to this song. I do like some of the melodies from other Zelda tracks added to this one, especially near the end, where the accordion is playing the original overworld theme from the first game. Also, the percussion! The combination of what I assume are snares and cymbals, and later tambourine, correct me if I'm wrong, really give this song the zest and meatiness it needed. Man, now I'm hungry. Number 9, Destiny Ablaze. Holy cow, that flute! Destiny Ablaze was arranged by Akihiro Honda. This song just screams medieval to me. The combination of leading, flute, and brass instrumentation really give this song a Celtic oomph. The acoustic guitar in the background adds to that as well. There is also a point where there is some call and response between first the horns and the flute, and then with some brief string intervention, with some more excellent use of the harp and a choir. We get even more call and response, this time with the horns and the strings. Not only that, but it makes me wish we had the Monster Hunter in the game, but then his only weapon would be the hunting horn, because this is the perfect song to clobber someone over the head with a blunt object. Don't actually do that though. That's bad. But yeah, solid song, very Celtic. Number 8, Brinstar Depths. Oh boy, if there are two things I like, it's metal and string instruments in places they don't belong. Brinstar Depths was composed by Yasushi Asada. Brinstar Depths was also one of the first songs to be featured on the Smash Bros. Website, coinciding with the E3 presentation. It starts with some pretty eerie synths and then the distorted guitar and drums kick in, and I can feel my 10th grade angst trying to crawl out from the deep recesses of my soul. Anyway, I'm a sucker for this kind of music, so naturally I was already hooked. And they bring in the strings and I'm like, alright, let's go, because strings make everything better. If I had to say, I'd say it's a viola, but I'm no expert on instrumentation, so I'm not 100% sure. So now we have this mix of viola and power guitar along with some steady drums. Then it adds violin to the next stanza to really accentuate the string voice. Then it switches to the chorus of the song, and this is where the guitar starts singing. Meanwhile, the drums are killing it with some interesting rhythm choices. Brinstar Depth's main melody I feel is best expressed through the use of a rock guitar, in my opinion. Also during the solo, the drum uses the ride cymbal and it just sounds so cool underneath the preciseness of the guitar. And then they have a key change near the end of a breakdown, and all is good in the world. Number 7, Trouble Brewing 2. Codename Steam was one of those weird games that applied to such a huge niche. It's not all that surprising that this first-person steampunk vs. aliens tactic game with folklore characters and Abraham Lincoln didn't sell well, but that sounds awesome to me. I would love to kill aliens as Lincoln next to the Cowardly Lion. Anyways, Trouble Brewing 2 was arranged by Yoshito Sekigawa. This song follows many of the same praises as I gave Brinstar Depths, Strong metal themes accentuated by violins and a choir gives this song a very gothic feel, which is very suiting for a game like Codename Steam, I assume at least. The guitar in this song has the constant shredding throughout this song that keeps the energy up even when it gets a bit slower. But about 2/3 through the song, it switches up and gives this really excellent performance from the string section and the drums. From what I've heard of the other Codename Steam songs, this game's soundtrack is phenomenal. I might pick this game up on that merit alone. Number 6, Cross Your Heart. Cross Your Heart, arranged by Takashi Kuromochi, is very rock-inspired with a choir. It honestly doesn't take a lot to please me as long as the song has those two things, honestly. Anywho, since it comes from a Castlevania arcade game, it retains that gothic sound and style that Castlevania is known for, but also has this amazing upbeat guitar that inspires triumph and hope, which combined make for an excellent song to smash to. Also, there is a part with a harpsichord, which is always a win in my book, and a horns and cymbals section. And then you get this legendary guitar solo that just explodes with power. If I could say one thing that this song reminds me of, it's 80s Saturday morning cartoons, especially with those themes of power and triumph. This is some solid stuff. Number 5, Battle, Elite Four / Battle, Solgaleo and Lunala. Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Oh hey look, another one by Akihiro Honda. The first half of the song is super tense, starting off with this rolling synth sound and backing guitar, and starts climbing up before exploding into some horns and strings. This song is always keeping you on the edge of your seat just due to how tense and anxiety-ridden this track is before calming back down with that tense, rolling synth track. It's like if you're in a shark-infested waters, and you know that there will be sharks, but you can't see them. Then you see 10 of them all at once, and it's like, ah, sharks! But then they leave before they can go in for the kill. You're still traumatized, and you know they're going to come back, so the tension and anxiety doesn't go away. The next part has a sense of falling and lack of control due to the erraticness of the string sections and the drummer going ham. That really just adds to this theme of anxiety. Then the violins take the synth melody, which just further accentuates that theme of anxiety. This makes a lot of sense as the Elite Four theme, considering you are a kid taking on a bunch of adults and you will have to fill the shoes of being the league champion. That was a bit of a tangent, but this theme works well for a fighting game too because it helps to keep players tense and focused the entire time. Then the song switches over to the Solgaleo / Lunala theme, which I don't care for as much, but still. There is a very sharp and dry synth that helps to give a feeling of extraterrestrialness, which is then further built on with a lower airy synth that makes the song feel very outer space. Oh, I haven't talked about the drums in the song. They are really fast. I like it. Anyway, the strings in this theme really keep with the space theme, but also re-adds the tense theme for the first part. About 3/4 into the song, the strings and horns just go crazy, adding to the theme of anxiety again, and then it loops. Great song. Number 4, Bomb Rush Blush. Hey look, something that people won't scream at me for liking. Bomb Rush Blush was arranged by Tomoya Otani. This song has a lot of elements of pop and hip hop, which I tend not to like, but this song does it so well. It's like, well, I really don't like raw tomatoes, but this tomato soup is the bomb. I love the use of the drum sequencer and the synths they use for this track. It starts out with Callie's vocals with some soft piano chords and some muted rolling synth, and a chime sound that harmonizes with Callie. Then the drums kick in along with some flashy synths. After that, all the instruments cut out and a new synth comes in and does a really cool transition that goes into some more synths and drum pads. Honestly, there's just so much going on and so good that I don't think my words can give it justice. There's also some 8-bit response to Callie. This remix version is so much better than the song it's based off of. This is one of my favorite songs to fight to. Number 3, Bloody Tears / Monster Dance. Man, the Castlevania remixes are so good. Bloody Tears / Monster Dance was arranged by Michiko Naruki. The intro with the bells and organ established the gothic tone of this song, which is right in line with the Castlevania series. Then we get this powerful, distorted guitar that isn't as upbeat as, say, Cross Your Heart. Instead of the feeling of triumph and hope, you get more of the trapped but persevering sound. It's like, hey, this is pretty crappy, but I think I can do it. Yeah, I've got this. The song is really dark but empowering. Side note, one of the melodies in the Bloody Tears section reminds me of a part of Spider Dance from Undertale with a similar melody. Anyway, the guitar is also matched with some backing synth that helps add to the gothic tone of the song. And there is also some violin, which I am a sucker for. And then Monster Dance comes in and it's like, wow, you know this beautiful night here, why it would be just a dilly darn shame if someone were to have a curse now, wouldn't it? This part has some excellent call and response between the guitars and the violins, before breaking into an awesome solo followed by some bells. After it repeats, they add in a choir, and the call and response now happens between two guitars, while the violin is now harmonizing with the lead guitar. This song then goes into a triumphant climax, and then seems like it's going to resolve, but then it repeats. It's so good. Excellent song. Number 2, Battle Steven. Battle Steven was arranged by Soshi Abe. Okay, so this is yet another rock song, but still, I am biased and I just love this song so much. It starts with some distorted guitar and some open hi-hat to keep rhythm. The lead guitar takes hold of the main melody while the drums go ham, and then they have kind of this mini breakdown with some bells and some excellent use of the closed hi-hat with some quick hits, but it's also very background. Seriously, I get annoyed by hi-hats and snares when they are the main focus of a song. Anyways, it then leads back into a modified version of the intro with some bells and really high synths to produce that feeling of pressure and anxiety. Honestly, it's pretty cathartic. This next part continues with that sense of pressure and anxiety, with a frantic guitar solo before it starts slowing down again and has some panicked falling while it struggles to get back up while the bells are ringing. It's perfection. Then it picks that up again with some harmonizing violins, but this time it's more controlled and hopeful. After that, there is some great counterpoint between the two guitars as they both try to battle for dominance, and right when it seems like it's going to resolve, it loops. A really solid song that encapsulates the spirit of competition in Champion Steven. Number 1, Gangplank Galleon. Okay, this would be a federal crime if I did not include this on my list, and a county crime if it wasn't number 1. Gangplank Galleon is the number 1 remix in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Right away, you are thrown into trumpets and a marching snare, and it's like, my body is nowhere near ready enough for this song. At first, this track is dominated by the drums and horns, and some nature noises and just a touch of some of that funky bass. It's astounding how well this song holds up on that instrumentation. It then goes into a drumline transition before the chorus of the song, where the voice melody is carried by the trumpets. It then calms down a bit to give you just enough time to catch your breath before going into the hook again, and then there's rapping with an insane trumpet solo over it. It is pure perfection. And then there's the key change that helps breathe even more life into this boisterous song, and then it does it again before looping. 10 out of 10 would crock again. Well, that'll just about do it. If you liked what you saw, consider leaving me a like or supporting me over on Patreon, and let me know what your 10 favorite remixes are in the comments below. Also, if you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing. That way you'll be up to date on my videos. This is my first big video, but I enjoyed making it a lot and plan to do one of these top 10s weekly, so stay tuned to hear me talk about more video game music and other things gaming related.